I am ready to die now. I've been ready for a while. Anyways, the thing is, I just read this whole thread. This is the Escapists game magazine, escapistmagazine.com. And I will say this, is Geralt a ripoff of Elric? Not fucking once do they mention the conjunction of the spheres, which is the exact same thing in both stories. Exact same thing, does the same thing, right? No one mentions how Moorcock made the brooding antihero first. He was the first motherfucker to come up with that idea, right? And everyone talking about, well, fantasy's derivative. It's all derivative, and it's all derivative of each other, and therefore nobody's a plagiarist. It's like, motherfucker, Moorcock did it first, right? He did it first. And you just assume, what the fuck? Okay. You just assume that, well, it's fantasy, so it must be stolen from other people. Like, oh, I didn't even read that, probably because it was banned. Okay. A lot of these people are banned just for basically disagreeing, or basically disagreeing with these people. But a lot of them are banned pretty much for, saying that, well, it is plagiarism. Everyone who didn't say it was plagiarism. Wow, not biased there. Okay. Here's what I really wanted to get to in this video. Um, Philip Marlowe. Actually, let me pull this up in another tab. Sapkowski, author. God, that feminist fuck. Jesus. Okay. I wanna I wanna point something out. Uh okay. And a lot of that, the Escapist forum, a lot of what they were talking about goes against what I've studied myself for my last video on Geralt and Elric. Um, so yeah, a lot of it is bullshit. Just that entire thing was just bullshit. It doesn't even deserve a fucking response. It'll be too long, and I won't say much. And well, I'll have to stop every 5 seconds. It'll take 5 hours. There's no fucking way I'm doing that entire thing. Television series based on The Witcher. Okay, yeah. Personal life, awards and recognition, bibliography. Yeah, and one person mentioned that he this was like the sixth story Sapkowski did, and he's been writing since the '80s, and it's like, then why is like, uh, then why is the first book he did The Witcher, right? Like, whoops. Okay. I'm trying to. It was here somewhere. I forget where it was, but um, he says that he was inspired. They asked him what his inspirations were, and guess you know what he said? He said Philip Marlowe. Oh, an interview with Stokowski mentioned his favorite writers: Ernest Hemingway, Mikhail Bulgakov, Raymond Chandler, and Umberto Eco. I love their style, but I know I can never match them. I wonder who else style you love. When they also asked, oh yeah, I'm not gonna read that again. That's just very low T, man. Very low T. Like so low T, you should be female by now. Um, okay, fucking. Also, I will say this. I can't find it, but he says somewhere on this fucking page. I can't find it where. Somewhere on this fucking page, he says that he was inspired by um, Raymond Chandler, and he was inspired by his inspiration was specifically Philip Marlowe, right? Now, here's the real question. If that's the case, why are they nothing the fuck alike? And I'll get to that in a second. Philip Marlowe. Let's look at this dashing gent, shall we? Philip Marlowe was a character, those of you who don't know, way back in the 30s. Television drama, short stories, that kind of thing. Okay, but I want to get to specific parts. Now, Sapkowski specifically quoting or specifically stating that he was inspired by Marlowe. Keep that in mind. He said, I was inspired by Marlowe's character. The origins of Marlowe's character. Chandler commented that Marlowe just grew out of the pulps. He was no one person. That is Sapkowski trying to cover his ass. That's what that is. When creating the character, Chandler had originally intended to call him Mallory. His stories for the Black Mask magazine featured characters that are considered precursors to Marlowe. The emergence of Marlowe coincided with Chandler's transition from writing short stories to novels. Okay. There's certain specific things here. I want to. It's at the end of something. Only to sleep. Poodle Spring story. Okay, Lady in the Lake. Lady in the Lake. There was a Witcher story called The Lady in the Lake. Okay. And there's a character named Raymond Marlowe. I'll get to those in a second. Marlowe is adept at using liquor to loosen people's tongues. An example in the high window when Marlowe finally persuades the detective lieutenant, whose solid old face was lined and gray with fatigue, to take a drink. Breeze looked at me very steadily. Then he sighed. Then he picked the glass up and tasted it and sighed again and shook his head sideways with a half smile. The way a man does when you give him a drink and he needs it very badly and it just right, and the first swallow is like a peek into a cleaner, sunnier, brighter world. That sentence is a totally different writing style compared to The Witcher. Totally fucking different. He frequently drinks coffee, which Geralt doesn't do, eschewing the use of filters, which Geralt doesn't do. He uses a vacuum coffee maker. Those weren't invented yet. He smokes and prefers Camel cigarettes. I don't think he smokes anything, not even a pipe. Geralt, at home, he sometimes smokes a pipe. Yeah, Geralt doesn't do. A chess adept, Geralt isn't. He almost exclusively plays against himself. Geralt doesn't. Or plays games from books. Geralt doesn't do anything from books, really. Typical of classic Private Eyes, Marlowe is the eternal bachelor in all the novels. He's a bachelor. He's not a man whore. He's a bachelor. He's a fucking bachelor in all the novels. So how the front flipping backwards sideways frontward fuck is the man whore Geralt of Rivia inspired by the bachelor in all the novels? And Sapkowski specifically states that it was the novels that he was, it was the novels. It was the novels that he read. He didn't say the TV show. He said the novels. Marlowe was nothing like Geralt. Like at all. In the opening paragraphs of Poodle Springs, he just married Linda Loring. He was married to one woman. Now, Geralt, for some fucking reason, loves one woman specifically, a raven-haired love interest who's a bitchy sorceress. Where have I heard that before? And, get this, he is, at the same time, a complete whore all the fucking time. That's how he got the name White Wolf. That's how they both got the name White Wolf. They fucked a bitch, then killed her, then, sacked a city, right? Like, all that shit. They got the name the same way. The same name the same way. And a lot in that escapist forum, a lot of people were talking about, they were just talking about how, the characters are nothing alike, and it's skin deep. And the White Wolf is such a common moniker. There's 5 characters named the White Wolf, and one was a genuine white wolf, like in a fucking Disney movie. Fucking Jesus. But gnawing Christ. That was a new one I came up with. Anyway. Oh, jeez. Eternal Bachelor. Geralt fucks bitches like it's going out of style. Okay? Marlowe doesn't. Like at all. I don't think he fucks a single chick other than his fucking Linda Loring woman. Maybe. I could be wrong. At least in the novels. I don't know about the... Yeah. I don't know about... I never read the novel, so I don't know for certain. But from what I do know about the characters, they're nothing the fuck alike from what I do know about them. And I know both characters somewhat well. Geralt is way the fuck more like Elric than anyone the fuck else. And Raymond Marlowe, he's in a game. I don't know if he's in a book or not. I believe he's in the first game. Or the Witcher characters, The Witcher Chapter 2. So maybe the second game. Who knows? God knows. Who cares? Raymond Marlowe was a private investigator who ran a business in the house closest to the main entrance to the sewers, Vizima's Temple Quarter. During his early years, he trained under Codringer, and Fenn from Dorian, until setting up his own detective firm in Temeria's capital. When the Order of the Flaming Rose, well, that sounds familiar, basically took over the district he lived in. I think it's Order of the Rose in Elric. It's something of the Rose. He became a friend with one of the knights, Siegfried of Denessly. God, these names are kind of bad. Who later on mentioned Marlowe to Witcher Geralt when the former was looking to take down Salamandra. And I don't know why I said that. And Azur Yavid. Speaking of people who aren't MRAs, no, I'm kidding. No, whoops. Okay, he even had a book written about him called Raymond Marlowe, a biography enhanced. That's kind of cool, actually. Advertisement, fuck you. Biography, early life. Raymond Marlowe was trained in ways of investigative techniques by lawyers, Codringer and Fenn. They had lawyers back then? What the fuck? Famous for running successful Codringer and Fenn agency in Dorian, and worked for them for some time until he started an office of his own. At some point in his life, he found himself a wife, and together they had a son. At one night, a grisly home invasion happened in which his wife and dog, what about the kid, was brutally murdered and son abducted, okay, by Salamandra. When he returned home, he discovered his wife pinned to the kitchen door with a spear, his dog shot with a crossbow, and his son nowhere to be found. As a professional, he quickly managed to learn who was behind it, but know their whereabouts. You mean not their whereabouts? Yeah, you fucked that up grammatically. He ran to the city guard, but with no witnesses and no evidence to go on, the then captain of the guard, Vincent Mize, was forced to close the case, which did not again resurface until 6 months later when a bizarre monstrosity turned up in a trash heap. Raymond was able to discern that the creature was actually his own son due to a unique feature that the boy had, a sixth toe, which the monster in the trash also displayed. He has since devoted the rest of his life to find their murderers. Okay, that's his backstory. Demise, legacy, yeah, he gets killed, whatever. Okay, here's the thing. If your main character was inspired by Philip Marlowe, why the fuck would you name that same character, Raymond Chandler's Philip Marlowe, Raymond Marlowe? Why would you name him after the character you're supposedly inspired by to some random fucking nobody detective who dies at the end? If you're inspired by Philip Marlowe, why the fuck did you name some other character after him? That makes no fucking sense. That makes zero but fucking sense. Oh my god. That makes zero sense. God, £1.50 is not what you're owed. Fuck. It just... Geralt is a man whore. He's a womanizer. Even though he has a saucy, raven-haired love interest like someone else I know. And by the way, and the Escapists, they mention this several times. they say, well, Elric takes potions to be healthy, and he's an emperor. Only in the first fucking book. Only in the first fucking book. But 10 years prior to the first book, okay, 10 years prior to the first book, he was introduced to the public as a mercenary in the Dreaming City or the Dreaming Tower or whatever it was. I think it was Dreaming City. That was a comic. That was a pulp comic, right? And they talk about Mary Sue's and shit in this post article for no fucking reason. You know, and again, like, fucking dickwad Batman, like, just come the fuck on. These people are trying to find ways that they're not similar. You know, they're trying to find ways that they're not fucking similar. They're trying to find ways in which, well, they're just stealing tropes from other people like everyone else does. Therefore, it's okay. Harbor, 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 harbor. Like everyone's shooting up heroin and raping their daughters, but it's okay because everyone's doing it. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. That logic would not hold up in a court of law. Okay. You know, just saying that logic would not hold up. Okay. You know, and this one guy was trying to say, well, Elric is a ripoff of Monsieur Zenith because they're all albino swordsmen with substance abuse. Okay. Yeah, but they're different. Okay. Elric is fantasy, medieval fiction. Monsieur Zenith is detective pulp comics. Totally fucking different. Fucking. He's not even fantasy. He's not even medieval fantasy. He's not even fantasy. Monsieur Zenith, this isn't even fantasy. Oh my god. Wait to jump leaps and bounds and be all like, well, you know, reasons. Fucking hammer on a cocksock. Oh my god. Ugh. What is with you people? Oh, and this guy specifically doesn't mention the Shadow. Although he mentions Batman inspired by Zorro and the Scarlet Pimpernel. You forgot a character there, buddy. Who looks like Zenith the Albino for some ironic reason. That's some ironic reason. But yeah, Zorro and the Scarlet Pimpernel. You forgot fucking you forgot the Shadow. Who was called Bat-like in a comic. Geralt and Elric are both described as having hair the color of milk. Milk-colored hair. In the same wording, okay, in two different books. The same wording. In a very similar scene. With the same wording. Right? Like, there's a lot of similarities if you just skim through the books and shit. There's a lot of similarities, what with the wording, the text, the situations are very similar in a lot of cases. Now, my mother and I, as close as we are, plan on reading these books. I just finished, like the other day, Sailor on the Seas of Fate, which is fucking weird, by the way. Cool, but weird. I just finished that. I might have to reread it because I fell asleep at some part. I was audiobook. But anyways, but my mother's actually going to read the Witcher books. And we're going to compare and see which book is like which and which scene is like what and all that stuff, right? We're going to compare notes. But she's not reading this. This is kind of a blind study because she's not reading Elric and I'm not reading Witcher, so it's based on like how we communicate and how we, you know. So it's part communication exercise, part exercise in fucking plagiarism, part exercise in futility. It's just a whole clusterfuck of things, right? So also I want to show this picture just for no reason. This is a twilight moth. This is a very seldom pictured moth. Very rare, very beautiful. This picture was taken in Pennsylvania. I was just looking at this website and this popped up, but this is really rare. Apparently pretty rare. I had a heck of a time finding out what it was. There are very few photos of this species on the internet. The Bob and Bug guide ID'd it for me. They come out really early sometimes in the snow. Many females have no wings. They're listed on my state's rare species. So again, you know, Just very rare, right? Almost albino-like, white, covered in black, with white fucking hair and white fucking weight. Yeah, yeah, you get my point. So yeah, all these fucking ads. I love that we have the internet, but why do we have so many butt fucking ads? Oh my god. Oh, I just did that one. Oh, I just did that one. Okay, yeah. Whoops. Yeah. By the way, my Bannerlord is acting the fuck up. God knows why. So I may not play Bannerlord for a while. Just yeah. Although I might play what's it called? Darkest Dungeon. I might play that. But I'd have to make sure slight nudity would be okay. There's nipples, but that's about it. And free the nipple, motherfucker. Just do it. 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 Fucking. Anyways, so yeah, just do that. Or I could just play my fucking Yu-Gi-Oh game. I could just do that. Whatever. Yeah, I'll do that. Fuck it. So yeah. Anyways, um, no idea what I'm gonna call this one. If you're reading it, I came up with the title, so I never know titles of these things before I do the thing. You're not black. So anyway, like God knows. Let's go back to Philip Marlowe. This is an actually nice original character. Uh, oh, did I say something? No. Interesting. Yeah. Staring at some trailer for Lady of the Lake. Okay. Geralt Moore in the CBS radio series The Adventures of Philip Marlowe, 48 to 51. God, that the 40s. I don't know. That whole time period is just very interesting to me because the 40s was very much a time of turmoil. A war was going on all over the world, and everyone's lives were changed because of that. And the fact that we haven't had a world war since then is a blessing. I'm going to get off topic, but I've only made this 20 minutes. I need to add some more time. I don't like my videos being this short. Oh, what the hell? Maybe people will actually watch this one. It's shorter than Razors. Fuck. But anyways, yeah. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And give me some comments. What are your thoughts on this? Bye bye.